Hello, my name's Mara, and welcome to my channel for my mid-year book freakout tag video. I'm very excited to share with y'all my favorite books of the year and some of my disappointments of the year. So yeah, I just want to say that I feel a little guilty that a lot of these are traditionally published books. I have a library card to a bigger library that has more traditionally published books that I wouldn't normally have access to, and so that's why I've read a lot of traditionally published books instead of more indie books. So yeah, hopefully later in the year I will read more indie books. So yeah. So I'm just going to go ahead and get into the video and start with the first question, which is the best book you've read so far in 2023. I have a couple of books, but I did put them in other categories. So I will say my most surprising favorite book of the year, and that is The Pool Boy by Nikki Sloan. I am very surprised. I love this book because it has a older heroine and a younger hero, which usually I don't know how I feel about it, but in this book I really loved it. I loved the hero. He is such a cinnamon roll hero, and he really has been pining over the heroine for a while, and I love it. And yeah, this book is so good. It's very steamy, if you like that. And yeah, I recommend this book. I loved it so much. So yeah. And then the second question is the best sequel you've read so far in 2023. And I actually read this a couple weeks ago, and that is Unfortunately Yours by Tessa Bailey. I read the first book this year in the series, but I enjoyed this one a lot more because the hero in this book I love so much. This is definitely my favorite Tessa Bailey hero that she does, where very grumpy and just protective, and I love that. And the heroine in this book is Natalie, and she is kind of a city girl, and the hero, August, isn't. And they get married, a fake marriage, so they both benefit financially from it, and I love it. I love how possessive and protective he is of her. I love how she helps him come out of his shell and helps him learn more about himself. And there's a cat in this book, and I really loved it. So yeah, this is my favorite in that series, and one of my favorites this year so far as well. Question number 3 is new release you haven't read yet but want to. And the first one is Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. I actually own it, and so I'm very excited to read it, hopefully this year. I love everything Ali Hazelwood writes, and I don't think this one will be any different. This book is about Elsie, who is a adjunct professor, and as a side job, she is hired as a fake girlfriend for people who need her. And one of her clients, brother, is the hero of this book, and he basically ruined her chance at a really good job. And so it's a hate to love romance I'm very excited for. I love, like I said, Ali Hazelwood's books. I love that they always have a woman in STEM. I think it's very nice to see, so I'm very excited for this book. And then the next one I am excited to read is Keep Her Safe by QB Tyler. This one came out like a week ago, and I'm very excited. It is a bodyguard romance. I'm so excited. I love bodyguard romances, and it's written by QB Tyler, who is like the queen of taboo, forbidden romances. And this is going to be good because the bodyguard romance trope lends itself so nicely to forbidden and taboo romances. So yeah, I'm very excited for this. Like I said, I don't know much about it. I just know that it's a bodyguard romance. Like, I don't know. I think she's a princess. And I'm very excited. So yeah. Question number 4 is your most anticipated release for the second half of the year. I am very excited for the Never Met a Duke Like You by Amelie Howard. This is her second book in her newest series, and I'm very excited for it because we met Lady Vespa in the first book, and I really love the first book, and so I'm really excited to read about Lady Vespa. I think she's like really outgoing. She's a matchmaker, I believe, and so that's all I know about it. I don't really know much about this book besides that the heroine is the daughter of a duke, and the hero is a duke, and his family is kind of like they don't have much money anymore. That's all I know. I'm excited though because I like the first book, and I really like I really like Amelie Howard's books. So yeah. And then number 5 is your biggest disappointment, and mine is Shipwrecked by Olivia Dade. I don't know why I didn't like this book that much. I was really excited for it, and I think I really like the heroine. Like, she's not my favorite, but I did like her. I just think I didn't like how not slow it felt, but just how disconnected I felt, I guess, because apparently they were on the island together filming for 6 years, but I felt like I got 3 months of like relationship. I don't really remember much about this book. It's about the hero who has only really been in side roles. He's never been the star or like the main character of any show he's been in, but he gets the role of a really important character in this show, and the heroine, who is kind of like new to the acting world, gets the job, and she is very hesitant to like do anything that the people at the production agency want her to do. Like, she is very like, I'm not gonna lose weight if you want me to lose weight. I'm not gonna shave if you make me shave. Like, I will quit. And the hero's like, I'll do whatever you want. I will do whatever so I can have this main role. And so they kind of butt heads in that way because he doesn't want her to ruin his chance at this big opportunity. And yeah, I just felt like the relationship didn't get built up enough for me. I think from what I remember about the ending, I did like, but the middle bits were just middle bits. I didn't feel a lot. So yeah, but I'm excited to read more from her. I am. Number 6 is Your Biggest Surprise, and that is Running Wild by K.A. Tucker. I've read 2 K.A. Tucker books before, and I did not like either one of them, but this one I loved. I loved the hero so much, and I feel like that's my biggest thing. I feel like a lot of the times is that I like the heroes, but I do not like the heroines, and I kind of like this one. Marie, I liked her, especially from what we saw of her in the first book. I did like her. I love Tyler, though, so much. He is just like this broody, reclusive man who just wants to he just wants to compete in dog sled races, and he loves his dogs so much, and that is my favorite thing about this book, is how much animal love was in it, because she is a vet, and so she owns her own vet clinic and she works with dogs, and I loved it so much. The only thing I didn't like about this book was the mention of her ticking time. I hated it. I hated that so much, but I can move past it because I really love the relationship. It's kind of like hate to love, because one of her clients says that he is abusing animals, and so she goes in guns blazing on this man being a animal abuser, but when she gets there, she finds out that these dogs actually have really nice lives, and I love it so much. I love Tyler. He's amazing. Number 7 is Your Favorite New Author, Debut, or New to You, and both of these are new to me. They are not debut authors of this year, but they are new to me, and the first one is Ashley Bennett. I read Muscles and Monsters this year, and I loved it so much. It was short novella, monster romance, and I loved it. I love the hero. I love that he saw her and his tail instantly was wagging, and it would go thump 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 whenever he would see her. And I just love this book so much. It is about a baker and the hero Atlas, who owns a gym, and Tegan is a baker, and she is putting a cake into her car, and it falls, and Atlas comes and helps her pick it up and get rid of it because it fell on the ground. And he's like, anytime you need me to come pick up anything for you, call me. I'm right down the street. And so that night she actually decides that she will sign up at his gym so she can get stronger. And the hero also was thinking about her that night, and it's their romance from there. He trains her, I believe, and it just goes from there. And I loved Atlas so much, and I'm very excited to read other books in this series. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that the orc and the pixie that were mentioned in book 1 get their own book, because I am looking forward to that book the most. I think it's going to be so cute, and I just want to see Kale's romance. Anyway, I loved it. Let me know. I want it so bad. So I'm waiting for that. Hope I get it. And then Abby Jimenez. I read 2 books of hers this year, and while they were both 4 stars, I really like them. I just need to find one of her books that doesn't have a third act breakup, because both of those books did, and I just wish that wasn't a thing in them, because Part of the World I liked better than Happily Ever After Playlist, but I did really enjoy both of them. I just want to find one that doesn't have a third act breakup, and I also have Yours Truly on hold at my library, so yeah, looking forward to that. Question number 8 is newest fictional crush, and if you've watched one of my reading vlogs, you know it is Alex Nielsen from People We Meet on Vacation. I love this man. I love this man. I would do anything for him. He is amazing. I love him so much. He is amazing. Anyway, I just love how he's not like the most manly man ever. He's kind of just like, I don't know how to say, he's a soft boy, and I love him so much. They meet when they're in college, and they go on vacation together every year, and he's just like so interested in Poppy after like they've been friends for a while, but he doesn't want to do anything to ruin that relationship, and I just love his pining. And specifically, one thing that this man does is amazing, and that's why he will forever be one of my favorite male love interests and one of my favorite fictional crushes. Like, he's amazing. I wish he was my boyfriend, like my book boyfriend. I love this man so much. He's such a softie, and I love it. I love Emily Henry's heroes. They will do anything for the heroine, and I love it. So yeah. And then number 9 is your newest favorite character, and for this I chose a heroine. So yeah, and that is Nora Stevens from Book Lovers, also by Emily Henry. I just love Nora Stevens. Like, if I could be her, I would. She is a agent for a really popular author, and she goes on vacation with her sister, and there she runs into Charlie Lastra again, who is a editor for another publishing company. And I just love how Nora is described as being the shark. She is very vicious in publishing, I guess. And I just love how much she does for her sister and how much she wants to help her sister reach her goals and like achieve things. I love it. I love Charlie and Nora too. Like, no, Charlie's also really amazing. And yeah, I love Nora. I wish I was her, not gonna lie. So yeah. And then question 10 is a book that made you cry. I have a lot of books that made me cry, but for this one I chose the Happily Ever After playlist by Abby Jimenez. Specifically the last couple of chapters and the epilogue, or no, the author's note when she talked about someone she knew. That made me really sad. But this book deals a lot with grief, and that's what made me cry, because her fiance died, and so, like I said, it deals with a lot of grief, and I felt like he was a real person and that he was actually like dead. Like, I feel like all the characters I read about are real, but it was really sad. And also the drama that happens was really sad and made me cry. So yeah, I cried a lot, but I also cried a lot during People We Meet on Vacation. Wrecked me. So yeah. And then question number 11 is a book that made you happy, and I'm going to go with Bridesmaids by Sydney Smith. This is a novella about, a male novella about these two high school friends, kind of, who kissed once in high school, and this book is about Cooper, who returns to his hometown and runs into Will, who is a sheriff, and he drives him back to his house, and then he finds out from the neighbors that he is open about his sexuality and that he's gay now, and it's their romance, and it's really cute. It made me happy. I just love how they met. It was really cute, the second meet cute, and how it was a second chance romance. And I also love the wedding scene. It was really cute because I love dogs, and these Great Danes got to walk down the aisle, and that made me happy. And then another one is Always Be My Duchess by Amelie Howard. This one was really funny because when they meet, he asks her to go to a ball with him, so to be his fake fiance, and she's like, no, I don't do that kind of thing. Like, that's not who I am, because she's a ballet. She does ballet. And So she's like, no. But then they meet again, and she does go to a ball for him as his fake fiance. And it's a romance, and it was really cute because the hero, he was really soft too. Like, he was a soft boy, pining, and I loved him. And I loved how she was a ballet dancer and how he played piano. One of my favorite pairings. And yeah, I got really happy out of this book, or from this book. I really liked it, and yeah. Question 12 is the most beautiful book you've bought so far this year or received. And for this one, I don't really buy a lot of physical books, and the one that I bought is a special edition that I'm not going to talk about because it's a special edition. But I'm going to have to go with Glitterland by Alexis Hall. I do not know anything about this book, but I know it's really pretty. I know there's chronic illness rep in it. Anyway, I looked at the description. It's really sad. It's about Ash, who is a clinically depressed writer of pulp fiction, and he's basically given up on hope and happiness, and he does have an illness, and he meets Darian Taylor, who is loud and kind of the complete opposite of Ash, and he kind of helps pull him out of his anxiety, it says, and yet he makes Ash laugh, reminding him of what it's like to step beyond the boundaries of his anxiety. And so I'm really looking forward to this. It might get moved up on my TBR. It's a male-male romance too, and so it'd be perfect for June. I'm very excited, and I love the cover. It made me sad reading the description, so yeah, that is definitely a beautiful book I bought. And then the last question is, what books do you need to read by the end of the year? And I have a lot for this. So I'm going to start with the ones I definitely should read this year and that I actually might read this year. So starting off, we have Fractured Skies by Catherine Cowles. This is looking to be one of my favorite books of the year. It has a lot of things that I think I would like a lot. And actually I've read a lot of Catherine Cowles books, and they've mostly been 4 stars, but this one could actually be a 5-star, because it has an ex-con, it has, loner, hero and heroine, kind of. It has horses, a dog, I'm so excited. We saw Ramsey and Shiloh in Shattered Sea, and I'm very excited because it was so cute. She was up on a hill with his dog, and Ramsey told the hero in that book not to go anywhere near her, and I love that. Protective, you go. And the next one is A Scoundrel of Her Own by Stacey Reid. I need to read this book, or I need to read the first book in this series, because I have had this book on hold for like a year now. And it's getting a bit ridiculous. I'm just really excited for it, and I know I'm gonna love it. It's about a highwayman. Yeah, I love highwaymen. I love them. And I need to read more by Stacey Reid, because I've only read one book, and it wasn't, like, one of my favorites. But I need to read more, and I think I could really love this one. I don't know if it's a Friends to Lovers. I don't remember, like, if it's childhood Friends to Lovers or not, but I'm very excited for it. And it's also becoming a TV show, this one. It got picked up, like this series got picked up. So I need to read it before that comes out. And then I also want to read Mile High by Liz Tomford. Of course, this book everyone loves, and Ryan Shea, the second book, even more. And I need to read it this year. I know I might not. This is one that I'm like, I might wait, I might save it for later. But I really need to read this book and The Right Move, because I know I'm gonna love them. Like, I know I'm just gonna feel so much love for them. I know it, but I haven't read it yet. But I need to. I own Mile High too, so yay. Anyway, that's it for this video. As you can tell, I'm very excited about a lot of books, and I love a lot of books. So yeah, there's definitely more that I love. My Goodreads is down below if you want to see all of my 5 stars and everything, like Love on the Brain. I wish I could have fit this into one of these, but I feel like this video is long enough, and 2 wrongs make it right. Anyway, this video is long enough. Anyway, that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit the like button and leave a comment if you want to connect with me. Like, leave me a recommendation or comment on this video. And then subscribe if you want to see more content from me. And yeah, thank you so much for watching.